Welcome to Chasing Curiosity TV. Subscribe and press the bell icon for more updates. The world awoke to a headline that changed everything. It wasn't just another day, it was the start of a new chapter, not only for the Philippines, but for the entire region. The news rippled across continents, capturing the attention of leaders, investors, and ordinary people alike. Manila secures landmark tech deal, $50 billion for the Philippine startup ecosystem. The numbers were staggering, but the implications ran even deeper. This was a deal that would reshape the country's future, sending shockwaves through the global tech industry and putting Manila on the map as a serious contender. For decades, the Philippines was seen through the lens of hardship. Images of poverty, natural disasters, and political turmoil dominated the narrative, overshadowing the resilience and creativity of its people. But on August 21, 2025, the narrative shifted. The world's perception began to change as a new story started to unfold, one of hope, ambition, and transformation. International investors weren't just watching, they were betting big on the country's future. Boardrooms buzzed with excitement, and the Philippine stock market surged as confidence soared. This wasn't just a business deal, it was a turning point. A moment when the world recognized the Philippines as a land of opportunity, not just a place of cheap labor. It was a signal. The Philippines was ready to join Asia's economic giants. Economists began to speak of Manila in the same breath as Singapore, Seoul, and Tokyo, marking a dramatic shift in regional dynamics. Years of quiet progress had led to this moment. Infrastructure projects, education reforms, and a growing digital economy had been quietly laying the groundwork for something extraordinary. Young, educated Filipinos were building companies, innovating and transforming the economy from the ground up. Their ideas were bold, their ambitions limitless, and their determination contagious. The energy in Manila, Cebu, and Davao was unmistakable. Streets buzzed with activity, and a new generation of entrepreneurs was eager to make its mark. The old story of brain drain was being replaced by brain gain. Talented Filipinos who once left for opportunities abroad were now returning, bringing with them new skills, fresh perspectives, and a renewed sense of purpose. The world was finally seeing the Philippines' untapped potential. From its breathtaking islands to its dynamic cities, the country was revealing a side that had long been overlooked. A sleeping giant was stirring, and the world could no longer ignore it. The collective spirit of the Filipino people was awakening, ready to seize the moment. Financial analysts who once dismissed the country were now urging clients to invest. Reports highlighted the Philippines as the next big thing, and global capital began to flow in. The Philippines was no longer just a source of labor, it was becoming a destination for capital and innovation. Tech incubators, innovation labs, and creative hubs were springing up across the archipelago. The $50 billion deal was more than money. It was a vote of confidence in the nation's trajectory. It was a signal to the world that the Philippines was ready to lead, not just follow. From Makati's financial district to emerging tech hubs, a new sense of purpose was spreading. Young entrepreneurs, investors, and dreamers were coming together to build something bigger than themselves. This wasn't a government PR campaign. It was a grassroots movement of entrepreneurs, artists, and engineers. Across the country, people from all walks of life were contributing to a shared vision of progress. They were building a new narrative, line of code by line of code. Every innovation, every breakthrough was a testament to the country's potential. The awakening was gradual, but now it was impossible to ignore. The world was witnessing the rise of a new player, one that was determined to shape its own destiny. The Philippines was stepping onto the world stage. Its flag now flew alongside those of the world's most influential nations, a symbol of newfound confidence. The world was watching, and the country was ready. International conferences buzzed with talk of the Philippine miracle, and news anchors reported on the nation's rapid transformation. The sleeping superpower was opening its eyes. A new generation was waking up to possibilities their parents could only dream of. A new era had begun. The air was electric with hope, and the future had never looked brighter. The Philippines was no longer just a story of struggle, it was a story of promise, resilience, and boundless opportunity. The world was finally ready to listen, and the Philippines was ready to lead. The Philippines, an archipelago of over 7,600 islands, is a nation defined by its geography and its people's enduring connection to the sea. Stretching across the western Pacific, its islands form a natural bridge between continents and cultures. It sits at the crossroads of the Pacific and the South China Sea, a position that has shaped its destiny for centuries. For hundreds of years, these waters have served as global highways for commerce, linking Asia to the rest of the world. Ancient galleons once sailed these routes, carrying spices, silk, and gold, while today's massive container ships transport electronics, machinery, and goods of every kind. Trillions of dollars in trade pass through Philippine waters every year, making these sea lanes some of the busiest and most important on the planet. Its deep water ports, Manila, Subic Bay, Batangas, are natural hubs for shipping and logistics, handling millions of tons of cargo and connecting the country to global markets. As global supply chains shift and new trade routes emerge, the Philippines is uniquely positioned to become a premier logistics and transshipment hub, serving not just Asia, but the entire world. Beneath its waters, undersea fiber optic cables crisscross the seabed, making the country vital to the world's digital economy and connecting millions to the internet and global communications. Protecting these digital lifelines is a shared global priority, as they are essential for everything from banking to business, education to entertainment. Today, leaders are modernizing ports, building new airports, and creating special economic zones to attract international business and investment, fueling growth and innovation. The Philippines is transforming from a passive observer to a key player in global trade, actively shaping its future and forging new partnerships. Its strategic location is now a powerful economic asset, drawing the attention of investors, entrepreneurs, and governments worldwide. The nation is ready to harness its geography and its people's resilience for a new era of prosperity, standing at the heart of global trade and opportunity. The Philippines' greatest asset? Its people. With a median age of just 25, the country boasts a young, dynamic workforce. Unlike aging economies, the Philippines is full of energy and potential. English proficiency gives Filipinos a global edge, attracting billions in investment and millions of jobs. The BPO industry has evolved from call centers to high-value fields like finance, animation, and engineering. The workforce is adaptable, skilled, and ready for the industries of tomorrow. Education reforms are focusing on science, technology, and innovation. The nation's future is being built by its ambitious English-speaking youth. Human capital is the bedrock of the Philippines' rise. The people are the true power behind the nation's transformation. Over 10 million Filipinos work abroad, forming a global workforce known as Overseas Filipino Workers, or OFWs. They are a vital part of the global economy, contributing their skills and talents across continents. They're nurses, engineers, seafarers, and IT professionals, ambassadors for their nation, showcasing Filipino dedication and expertise in every field they enter. Every year they send home over $30 billion, a lifeline that fuels the Philippine economy and lifts millions out of poverty, providing hope and opportunity for a better future. Remittances provide stability, support the peso, and create a resilient middle class, enabling families to invest in education, health, and housing. During global downturns, this steady flow of remittances acts as a buffer, cushioning the economy from severe impacts and ensuring financial stability. OFWs bring back not just money, but also skills, ideas, and innovation, sparking modernization and development at home and inspiring the next generation. The diaspora is more than a source of money. It's a conduit for knowledge and global connection, fostering cultural exchange and international collaboration. Returning Filipinos start businesses, raise industry standards, and drive economic growth, becoming catalysts for change and progress. The global Filipino is a critical link between the Philippines and the world, bridging cultures and creating networks that benefit all. Together, they power both their host countries and their homeland, embodying the spirit of resilience and unity. The Philippines is blessed with vast mineral wealth, second in gold, third in copper, fifth in nickel worldwide. These resources are essential for the modern economy, from batteries to electronics. As the world goes green, demand for Philippine minerals is set to soar. Sustainable mining could fund infrastructure, education, and healthcare, if managed wisely. The nation's seas are just as rich, lying in the heart of the Coral Triangle. The fishing industry feeds millions and drives exports. Protecting marine ecosystems is an economic imperative. Smart, responsible management of land and sea will fuel growth for decades. The Philippines is a true treasure island, if it stewards its riches well. To Filipinos, the South China Sea is the West Philippine Sea, a matter of sovereignty and survival. These waters are rich in fish, oil, and gas, and are vital for trade. China's sweeping claims have led to a tense geopolitical standoff. In 2016, an international tribunal ruled in favor of the Philippines, strengthening its legal position. The nation is balancing assertiveness with diplomacy, strengthening alliances with the U.S., Japan, and Australia. The West Philippine Sea is now central to Philippine foreign policy. Defending these waters means securing resources and national pride. The outcome will shape the country's future and its role in Asia. The struggle here mirrors the Philippines' broader journey, fighting for its rightful place in the world. The Philippines' rise has been slowed by corruption, poor infrastructure, and inequality. Corruption drained resources and eroded trust, while outdated infrastructure stifled growth. Poverty and opportunity gaps forced millions to seek work abroad. But reforms are underway, fighting graft, modernizing roads and ports, and investing in rural areas. The nation is determined to break the cycle of poverty and create inclusive growth. Acknowledging past failures is key to building a better future. The story of the Philippines is one of resilience and relentless effort. The sleeping giant is finally shaking off its old constraints. The nation is ready to realize its full potential. The Philippines is undergoing a historic transformation. Massive infrastructure projects, airports, expressways, railways, are reshaping the nation. New roads and bridges connect islands, boost trade, and cut travel times. Upgraded ports and airports attract investment and tourism. Business reforms are making it easier to invest and grow. Public-private partnerships are accelerating progress. The country is climbing global rankings for ease of doing business. Internationally, the Philippines is forging new trade deals and strengthening regional ties. The nation is building its future, at home and on the world stage. The Philippines is open for business, and the world is taking notice. Beyond resources and strategy, the Philippines' true strength is its people's spirit, Bayanihan. Resilience is woven into the national character, forged by centuries of adversity. After every disaster, Filipinos rebuild together. Overseas workers endure sacrifice for their families, entrepreneurs persevere through challenges, and everyday citizens face hardship with hope and humor. This spirit fuels the informal economy, vibrant culture, and social cohesion. It's the nation's ultimate competitive advantage. The journey to superpower status won't be easy, but the Filipino spirit guarantees progress. The world is finally seeing what Filipinos have always known. Their greatest asset is their unity and resilience. The true power of this sleeping giant lies in its people. The Philippines' promise is awakening, and the future is bright.